Oi, oi. Hi everyone, I'm Will from Will's Electrical Services, also known as the Groove Rider of the electrical world, just doing bits. If you could do us a massive favour, if you could like, subscribe and flick the notification bell while you're doing us a massive favour, flick that bean. Ding. Right, in tonight's episode, I think I might have actually found a game changer. I know we hear it all the time about game changers. You know, we've had quite a few recently, haven't we? We've had Wagos, we've had 501, you know, multi-tools and all that. And now, finally, I've been in this game for well over 20 years now. And finally now, I think we might even have an impact roof beam bolt driver. She found something to sort this problem out. I've got to be honest, I've gone to nut and bolts with the bolt head on the top. You know, I just use a nut driver for them. I'm sick of them being loose. I used to do a lot of containment and all that, and you can never really buy the right driver. I think a lot of it is down to, which I'll show you later on in the show, is the crap screws you get. All the different size heads are awful. Like even the nuts, you know, like some are 10 mil, some are 11 mil. It's just absolutely crap. So I just buy nut and bolts now and do them all. The only problem is, which really did piss me off, is I know it's a bit silly and all that. It's just that when you're doing the cable tray, when you're dressing the cables in, like the Armers or the FPs and all that, it is hard to try and go around the nuts. You know, even though it sits off about 5 mil, you can definitely notice the difference. You know what I mean? But right, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'll bring you in close. I've had a bit of a demonstration of it and all that, but it's a bit rickety really, because I had to do it with one hand, you know what I mean? Because I had to hold the camera, I had to do it on there, because I put this on wheels because I do a lot of fabricating in here, like behind us and all that, and this usually sits around the corner when I'm not doing these shows and all that, so it is a bit rickety. So when I'm doing it, it just literally just goes everywhere. So when you watch the demonstration, just take it with a pinch of salt. Also, when you see it, is that when they seem to get to the right, like the torque setting, they seem to jump off, and I don't know if that's a feature, but when you see the demonstration, it does look like it could be a pain in the arse. But I reckon, you know, once you've got like your impact driver, I'm sure I'll be in complete control, because obviously you'll be able to have two hands and you'll be able to, you know, get the right amount of pressure and all that. But it does seem nice. But also what I have done is had a little play around with it, is that I've got my old dumpy screwdriver from my Wearer calendar set, which was the biggest load of nonsense ever. Got a 6-inch magnet holder and put it in there. So now I've got myself a little screwdriver, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Armeg will probably bring one out. That's if they haven't anyway. I actually got these from Grant & Stone. I see Lawrence from PC Lawrence from Bristol Sparky, he's on Instagram. I'll put a link to his thing below. He showed them off, and my actual wholesalers, Grant & Stone in Stevenage, they are stockists of Armeg, but I went in there, they didn't have them, but I asked them to order them in. A couple of days they come in. I think I paid about $7.99 each for them, plus VAT and all that. I put them a couple of times on my Instagram, and I tell you, I've never had so many messages. That's obviously why I'm doing the video and all that. What do I think of them? I got so much hope, but I wasn't too optimistic, because obviously when I see it, it's got twister impact rated. And you know, if you know Armeg, they do these things, the mag bits and all that, and they are okay. They're absolutely blinding, to be fair. The only problem is like they're a bit like them TikToks, you know, when you see the people who put the corner of the cobs on the drills, then they smash their old railings out and all that. It's a bit like that. When that red little plastic bit that holds a magnet in hits a bit of the wall, wood, brick, anything, it just flies off. It is a smashing holder, but it's just that the actual principle don't really work, because the heat as well, the heat that goes on to, if you're using it quite a bit, if you're using it 1 or 2 times, you know, I've still got a few of them left, you know, they are a nice bit, even without the magnet holder. But you know, so I was a bit worried. And another thing I was a bit worried about was if it churns the heads up, you know what I mean? Because if that starts churning the heads up, then basically that becomes like a vandal proof part. I find it's like, is after using it, I find it's a bit like security bits and all that, and there's things. We done that like years ago, like about 20 years ago. We done Dartford Looney Asylum. It was actually called that then. You know, if you go over the Dartford Bridge, there's that little tower on the left hand side. It's actually there, and we've done a whole ward, and we had to do, it was 2 pins on the screws, and we had to do everything up with those. And it's very similar to that, because once it does catch, you use it, it's perfect. It's just a bit of a rickety start, but it does feel nice. It feels strong. You know, would I go back? I'll probably keep using the bolts, but if I ever do cable tray and all that, which I do not that often anymore, because my business is mainly focused on domestic. I've got to try, not I want to get out of the commercial game, it's just that I prefer to work local. What I'll do is I'll give you a little demonstration, and then plus also I want to give you a little look around all the Unistrut and all that, because I'm pretty sure some of you old boys probably and ladies probably never seen it before. This is Unistrut. This is a U style channeling, which sometimes I've always used it with slots, but you can actually buy it without slots as well. A lot of people use it on the hangers at the bottom and stuff like that. But yeah, this is the 42mm, and that's what they call deep Unistrut. And this is the shallow, which is 21, and that is the U shape there. These channel nuts, which I've always called them Zebs. What they do is that they go in, you turn them, because they have a bit of a chaffered edge there, and they naturally turn, they turn and they lock straight in, so they go straight in. You can get them in 3 different types. You can get them with short spring, long spring, and obviously without any springs, you know, but it's obviously to the user's discretion, I suppose, of how you want them. And obviously you get end caps as well. You can get them white and black, the same as the shallow. Obviously if all the hangers are on show and all that, and it does look nice. I still file the ends, but you know, it is what it is. And these are the gutter bolts. I'll show you. So these are the ones I've started to use, because I've just got sick and tired of not being able to do them up. Usually use a nut driver on them, that as well. And then sometimes, because I use these, and I've actually given up on these square nuts, because some of the nuts that they send you are garbage. These are actually the good ones, and these are the ones I use, and I always know that they're 10mm, so that's okay. Because bizarrely enough, with a lot of gutter bolts, or the six bolts, they're either like that's 11mm, or the other ones, the shitter ones, are 10mm. I'll just have a look for a shit one. Yeah, so as I was saying, these are the crapper nuts, you know, and look, they fit a 10mm no problem. And then I get the nicer ones, you need 11mm spanner. See, that's never going to go in there, and that's the frustrating thing, is that when it comes through, obviously these are a bit of a thing of the past. I think before the recession we used to use these, like the brass nut bolts for the earthing, but it's very rare you see these now, unless it's on a high spec commercial job or anything to do with, you know, waterboard and all that. You hardly ever see these brass bolts for bonding. It's something I would like to bring back, but you know, I don't think even my local wholesaler even stocks those. You have to order them in. I'll show you. I built the shelves in my office all through it, and every time you cut anything that's galvanised, obviously you use Galvafroid or any type of galvanised. Yeah, this is Galvafroid. It just repairs the hole. This one's actually pretty good, really, because look, it actually comes with a shine as well. Because if you look, I don't know if you can see that, but I've actually sprayed down there, and it looks identical. Yeah, so this is the Frankenstein screwdriver that I've made up. So that's the Wearer bit from the Christmas kit. That's a Milwaukee or a Sexton 6-inch magnetic holder, and that is the Armeg bit. Works well. I'm never going to use it like that. I'm probably going to use it in an impact driver, but I thought I'd just quickly show you it's possible. These are the nice ones. It seems to work better on these ones, you know, the ones with the nice heads, rather than these ones with the smaller heads, which are these ones. And I know what you're thinking, it's the same as me, it's a 50-50 what the wholesaler supplies. Thanks for watching. Just a quick little episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you can like, subscribe and all that. And don't forget, if you're going to be anything today, then be electric. Up the old blues.